Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I would go ahead and review this rFactor2 mod because I'm bored. So basically it's the 1975 F1 car, and I don't remember who made it. Let me go look real quick so I can tell you who did it. It's in the Steam Workshop, obviously. So most recent, let me go ahead and find it. Who made this? Postipate92? That's who posted it. I guess it's been around for a while, I suppose. Maybe? Oh, it was a work in progress, and now it's not. So, the most recent fixes, because I guess it's version 0.93, the most recent fix was fixing the Brabham, improved radiator. Would love to get feedback on this. Fix some typing errors. So in the other previous release for 0.93, fixed the Brabham, cockpit and force feedback, new car, the Mach-E, new brakes on every car, faster AI, kick effect on acceleration reduced, which I noticed, and many other small details. Car should be a little bit slower than the previous build. Delete all previous versions. Okay, so basically, I'm going to try it out for you, because I'm bored, and I thought this would be a cool idea to do for a video, because usually I'm posting shit about opinions, and, you know, this could be a good way to get opinions out that would actually help a community or two, instead of it just being me bitching and moaning about ignorant shit. So, we're going to do a few laps on track. We're also using Palm Beach, I think. Is it called Palm Beach? Something like that. Palm Beach Road Course, which you can also get within the workshop. So right now I'm driving the McLaren because obviously that cool little Marlboro sponsor of the car. Oh Jesus. You definitely have to be easy on the throttle. Like, this thing will kick you if you get on the throttle too hard, which is fun. It's a nice little addition. And obviously 1975 car. I don't know very much about older era F1 cars, but I know this was during the point in time that was it Lotus? Did Mario Andretti already win the championship at Lotus with ground effects? So everybody was starting to figure out downforce and things of that nature. If I'm remembering the right era of car. Probably shouldn't say anything, but lots of funky wings for a lot of these cars. Oh god, overdrove that corner. You gotta be really careful about the brakes, because the car, obviously it's an older car, older era of vehicle, so you have to drive the cars completely different. Like, you gotta be stopped before the corner. If you don't apex right and get back on the gas correct, I mean, you'll go right off the track and have a really big wreck. Oh shit. Just barely got on the gas too hard. So that's an example of how crazy this car is. Just barely got off track, or hit the gas too hard for a split second. But yeah, this car is actually really interesting. Like, this mod seems like it would be really fun. Like, at a big open track with lots of high-speed winding corners. Nordschleife would be a great track to do these for, and rFactor2 double shifted. But yeah, I really like it. I mean, I'm not really into F1, like older era F1 cars, except for like the 90s, because obviously those cars were really cool. Everybody likes the 2004 cars, and they're like, wow, well, those are the cooler era F1 cars. I think like the 80s and the 90s were really sweet, like having the V12s and the really, like, super over-turboed V6s and V8s. Like, those were cool as fuck, in my opinion. because they were going fast. And plus, they look like rocket ships, but this thing looks like a straight-up spacecraft. I mean, it looks like a UFO. If we had cars racing around on tracks that look like this today, people would think they were ugly as hell. But that's just how this thing is. So we're gonna try to get, like, at least a little bit older on the tires. Okay. I'm sure that the braking distances don't need to be as long as I'm making them out to be. Because I've been braking really early trying to figure out this car. Like, this is my actual first few laps. Using it. Oh, Jesus. Right on top of that curb. When the tires get a little bit of heat in them, because I guess this is a harder compound of tire. When they start oh Jesus, got on top of the curb too much. But when they get heat, when they get heat into them, they're a little bit better. But I'm a scrub. Jesus Christ, get your head in the game, retard. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, when you get some heat into the tires, you can really drive this thing around. There's still quite an edge. Like, there's an edge you don't cross. And if you cross it, you may fucking get a concussion. So I'm gonna let you see the car. Look at how pretty that little thing is. Pretty little car. There we go. Oof. Oh shit. It just steps out the last second, to be honest. So my opinion on it so far, throttle control is super important. I mean, really important. Like, if you aren't 100%, oh Jesus, just like that. If you aren't 100% calculated on how you're gonna do it, you're gonna go right off the track. You're gonna miss the apex. It's gonna ruin your corner. Like, I'm driving it like a baby because I just, yeah, see, like that. Like, I tried to drive it hard for just a second, and then it was like, nah, bro, you can't drive it like that. Oh man. Wow. This thing is interesting, dude. Oh, overdrove the corner. See, I'm trying to drive it hard. Like, if I had one complaint, it's maybe just the tires. Because you can't drive it too hard. Like, you're, damn it, double shifting. You're not able to drive it as hard as you think you can. I mean, they're definitely, it should definitely stay the way it is with the amount of power that you have to the engine. Because that feels perfect. And I like how the engine comes back to try to bite you in the ass a little bit. But the tires are a little bit funky. Braking distances seem a little bit too long, just a little bit. I like how easy the brakes are to lock up. Like, the displacement with the power to weight is perfect, I feel like. Just needs a little bit of a better tire for it. Like, I'm sure I could edit the setup and then find something that was relatively close, but just wanted to go right out with what they give with the mod to give my Jesus, give my honest opinion. That was interesting, huh? Like, I wish I could show you my throttle and my brake right now. Because, I mean, I am just babying this thing. I should have picked my shifter. Because I feel like I would have been a little bit more confident with my shifter. Which doesn't make any sense because you're usually, like, one-handing it. But that's more accurate. And I feel like I'm better in that environment. You know what, since I just went off, which was technically kind of on purpose, I'm going to go ahead and open up my my shifter preset, because I feel like that'll be more fun. Yep. Alright. Yep, that's going to be cool. Alright. So I'll do like a couple more laps with this, and then I'll give my honest opinion, like a rating, I guess. Probably just got speeding or something, but I don't really care. Alright. I'm scared to go full throttle through there until the corner. Oh my god. It adds a little bit of item of realism when you've got to use the shifter. Overdrove that corner. May help us on the exit though. Oh Jesus. Come on now. Christ. You had to be a master of driving cars back then, man. If this is how, like, if this is historically accurate, like the way that the cars would have driven, dude, these guys had to have been fucking really good. Where you'd literally, like, the cool thing about old F1 is, like, you either had to be good or you could have literally died if you weren't good enough. Which isn't something that you should really be happy about, like, in a driving perspective. Like, you certainly shouldn't die over, like, a tiny mistake. But that's what used to happen in F1. You could die over a minor mistake. So you had to be fucking good, man. You either had to be really good, or you had to ride in the back because you can't trust yourself. Like, these guys used to put it all on the fucking line. Oh, Jesus. And that's one thing that I can respect about these cars. Even though I don't really like this era of car, you gotta respect this. The way that they possibly had to drive the cars, because they were obviously difficult regardless of which way you want to spin it. But if this is how accurate it was, and then imagine having like a track that doesn't have much safety and a car that's, you know, not safe compared to today, where the cars are kind of, they're not easy. It's definitely a different animal, but objectively speaking, the cars are more technical today. More strategy is involved than it used to be. But these are two completely different beasts, and this one is a little bit more difficult, in my opinion. And this mod is really well done. The only thing that I can gripe about is the tires. But then again, they should be a little bit slippy, slidey, and all that. Oh god. And I keep overdriving the corner like an asshole. But it gives me a really good exit, so I might keep doing it just because it helps my exit Like, it can't be faster doing that, but it helps out my exit, so that's what I'll care about. I'm driving with one hand most of this. Like how they would have been doing back in the day. Look at that little shifter knob near the wheel. I wish I had like a Thrustmaster or something so I could actually like, you know, try to heel toe in this thing. I'm using a Driving Force GT and I've only got 2 pedals, which kind of ruins it for me a little bit. To heel and toe would be fucking difficult in this thing. The way that the, like the torque and the power like that, I mean, gotta shift a little bit earlier to make sure it doesn't bog down the engine, which would be really fun if I had a clutch. Alright, we'll try this out this time around. Have a late apex. That helps. This thing is fun, man. I enjoy it. I like it better than the 1988 mod that was made. So, oh man, I've already forgot your username, but I will say it again at the end of the video whenever I come back in and pit. Kudos to you, sir, and anybody that you may have worked with. The bodies look awesome. The physics are really fun. You've done a superb job on the mod. I feel like this is accurate. I obviously wouldn't know, but for nostalgia purposes, this is fucking incredible to have it like this. And this has only gotten funner since I've switched to my shifter and I overdrove it. Like I was saying earlier, it's got a fine fucking line, and if you cross it, you're gonna screw up and lose a bunch of time. But yeah, man, this thing is fun. It's a fun car, especially when the tires get a little bit rough around the edges. I'm having more fun doing this on the old tires, because you gotta baby it around and you gotta use the wheel. Like, that's one thing that modern F1 misses is wheel control. Like, having to actually be you know what, I shouldn't say that. F1 fans are probably gonna watch this video and be like, this guy's fucking stupid. I'm just saying, in my opinion, like, newer F1 cars seem to not have this, like, you won't see this in a modern day F1 car. You'd be fucking dead in 2 seconds. The suspensions are too stiff and, I don't know, not enough power. They don't excite me like how this does, because this doesn't even really have that much power. Like, the weight to the power is fucking incredible. I mean, obviously 2016 F1 cars are really fun. Like, mods for it are really entertaining because you get to go super fast and it's a little bit tough to drive, but this is like, just, there's really no parallel between the two, and I just like this better. Like, if modern day F1 was like this, I'd probably watch it really often and be a fan. Because this is the type of racing that we're missing. Everything's getting too complicated. It awards the... Obviously, it awards the best team, which is a good thing, but it also awards, you know, the best setup and all that nonsense. If this is how it was back in the 70s, which is the same thing, because, you know, a team would be better than the other. You know, and one would run away with the race, and the other would just kind of be stuck in the back and just like, oh man, I know I'm better than this. But if you could have cars that were this cool and this hard to drive and just stack them all up against each other, same car, same engine, it'd be fucking awesome, man. Be incredible to watch. That's something I'd tune in for. Ooh, overdrove the corner just a little bit there. Definitely went wide for sure. But it helps me out, like I can keep so much more throttle into it. This mod's great, man. I'm a huge fan. I thought I wasn't gonna like it, because I didn't like the 1988 mod that came out for rFactor2. Certain cars were really fun. I liked how aggressive the turbo was with that mod, but otherwise it was really hard to race against people. Like, I was trying it out with my buddy online and we were just having a fucking heap load of trouble, and we're not shitty drivers or anything. So it was just, it wasn't fun, but this is a fucking blast to drive. I don't know, man. I'm a big fan. I don't know what else good things I could say about it, to be honest. Because I'm actually, like, really enjoying this. And I came into it thinking I wasn't gonna, but it was still gonna be a good mod. But nah, man, this is really entertaining when you get down to learning how to drive it and everything. Dude, this is a blast. Oh, this thing is cool, dude. I'm sure somebody would fucking blow me out of the water, but I would just have fun riding in the back of a pack. Just having fun with this mod, to be honest. This thing is incredible. Just the way you can slide around while getting on the gas. This thing is awesome on old tires. Fucking incredible. It gains a lot of lateral grip, which I love. Love lateral grip. Watch my channel long enough, you know I like my lateral grip, ladies and gentlemen. And this has a lot of it. Like, look at that. That's so much fun. This thing is cool. Trying to keep your foot in it is hard as hell, man. I love cars that are like this. I was kind of complaining about it earlier, but when the tires get heat in them, oh my god, this is fucking a completely different world. Oh, overdrove that. And then you get confident and then you start trying to drive it harder and you end up crashing like I just did. Man, you know what? Everything I said earlier, completely false. This thing is fucking awesome. Like, I still will stand by the whole, I wish it had a little bit of a better tire. But otherwise, dude, this thing is fun. It's just a fun car. Like, I don't know what else I can say about it other than it's an entertaining car. The thing is just cool. Alright, let me go ahead and say what the username is again. Postipate92. Fucking sweet mod, dude. I love this thing. Oh, it was a conversion. Okay, so by Chief Wiggum and Dave Purdy for the original F1 rFactor 1. It's the F1 1975 LE. So, yeah, dude, this is fucking cool. rFactor 1 mod was originally done by crew for F1 Challenge 99 through 02, so this mod came from a long journey. Big thank you to these guys. They've made a really, they really have made awesome job with the mod, and I can't thank these guys for the thousands of hours of sim racing in my life. One of the biggest reasons why I'm still here. This is a cool mod, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Fucking download this and try it out. You'll like it. You'll like it a lot.